WVII Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
A commonly prescribed medication is now being abused and sold on the illegal drug market locally. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. The Gulf of Maine is warming faster than the vast majority of the world's oceans, and public school enrollment in Maine is still below pre-pandemic levels. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Thursday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. We have some alerts in effect. This is a winter weather advisory that's in effect until 10 p.m. on Friday. This is because of accumulating snow and some ice accumulations possible in a few spots. The better snow accumulations will be further off towards northern parts of the state. While further down toward the south, there'll be some snow accumulations, maybe 1 to 3 inches, maybe a little bit less there, and some ice accumulations of around 1/10 of an inch. And, of course, a small craft advisory as well that you see there. And now it lasts until about 4 p.m. as we head towards your Thursday as well. So moving forward, though, the radar and satellite looking pretty good. Any precipitation in the northern ends of the state has since backed off, so we'll be under a partly cloudy sky for us today. But that next system, here it is right here, tracking from the southwest going toward the north and east. We can see the lightning right there. And as this all tracks in our direction, this will become more of a wintry mix. We'll have to worry about some snow and ice and sleet, kind of a mixture of everything that'll be moving in later on tonight and in parts of tomorrow. And Futurecast helps indicate that pretty decently with that frozen precipitation with rain to the south, that icy mess right there, and that wintry mix, and a lot of snow further off towards the north. And the wind may be at around 10 miles per hour early, but backing off for a bit, but picking up again, especially as we head towards your Friday. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Overall, a partly to mostly cloudy skies to increasing clouds late in the day. Temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. 2 people are facing charges in connection with a burglary at a store in Trenton. The Hancock County Sheriff's Office responded to a reported burglary at the Moose Crossing Dice Arts in December. As a result of their investigation, an arrest warrant was issued for 22-year-old Mikkel Harris of Bingham. He's being charged with burglary, theft, and violation of conditions of release. Police say they do not know where Harris is at this time. A juvenile from Somerset County has also been charged in connection with that case. A commonly prescribed medication is being found on Maine's illicit drug market, not for what it does by itself, but rather how it interacts with other substances. Devin Dagnall met with experts to learn more.
On February 8th, Old Town Police executed a search warrant at 6 South Spring Street. Officers found 14 grams of fentanyl, 29 grams of methamphetamine, and something very unique to Old Town Police: more than 1,200 gabapentin pills.
In such high quantity, this is new for us to recover that many capsules of gabapentin for this department. That's new to us.
According to Patrol Sergeant Ryan Bailey, gabapentin has been increasing in popularity among recreational drug users, but not because of what it does by itself. They're using it to boost the drugs they're already using.
People are using gabapentin in conjunction with other drugs. It tends to heighten the effects of the drug, and it's often used in conjunction with opioids.
Bailey says that gabapentin has already been linked to several overdoses because of how much it increases the potency of other drugs. However, according to Whitney Jandrew, a clinical pharmacist at EMMC Northern Light, the drug is completely safe on its own. Jandrew says that the drug is non-addictive and is very useful to patients who suffer from severe pain and/or seizures.
Gabapentin, like I said, is pretty safe and well tolerated. It's very commonly prescribed, and when it's used appropriately, it can provide relief that patients need for certain conditions. But it is very concerning to take in excess of what would be prescribed by a medical provider.
Bailey says that the Old Town Police are uncertain as to where or how such a high quantity of gabapentin could be acquired, but the drug is and will be on their radar in the future. In Old Town, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The waters of New England logged the second warmest year in their recorded history last year. The Gulf of Maine, a body of water about the size of Indiana that touches Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Canada, is warming faster than the vast majority of the world's oceans. Scientists with the Gulf of Maine Research Institute say last year fell short of setting a new high mark for the hottest year on record by less than a half of a degree Fahrenheit. The average sea surface temperature was 53.66 degrees Fahrenheit. That's more than 3.7 degrees above the 40-year average. Public school enrollment in Maine is still below pre-pandemic levels. Our David Ledford has more on that story.
I'd like to be up closer to the 180,000 from 2020, but we're not quite there yet.
Maine public school enrollment is up again for the second year in a row, but experts say this increase is still a far cry from what it should be. According to data recently released by the Maine Department of Education, there are currently 173,907 students enrolled in Maine public schools, compared to just over 180,000 in 2020. However, while enrollment statewide is still down, Superintendent of RSU 64, Rhonda Sperry, says numbers in her district have returned to normal, and getting students to show up is a bigger issue.
We've seen a solid increase in our attendance, our daily attendance numbers. However, we still have concerns about some students and some families that have gotten out of that routine of getting up each morning, getting on the bus or getting in the car and coming to school.
Executive Director for the Maine School Management Association, Stephen Bailey, says low numbers could lead to problems for some smaller schools.
What schools receive for funding is tied to student enrollment. So if value of property goes up and the enrollment goes down, that's all factored into the distribution formula for funding.
Bailey says while the cause of the lower numbers is not completely clear, truancy, families moving out of state, and a turn towards homeschooling in some communities could all be contributing factors. Superintendent Sperry shared her concerns about the issue.
If we don't have students attending school every day that we are in session, that both short-term and long-term, there's going to be an impact in their learning. That is my most significant concern.
David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Some Maine school districts can now be reimbursed for providing meals to students when they learn remotely. The Maine Department of Education announced the change on Tuesday, stating that the USDA Food and Nutrition Service approved the department's statewide waiver request. Approval of the waiver allows students to be served meals outside of school on remote learning days, like a snow day or other unexpected closure, without taking money from the school's budget.
I'm very proud of the school meals that we offer in Maine, and this is another avenue for food service directors and all of our wonderful school food staff to make sure that children continue to get the nutritious meals that they need while learning virtually.
Department officials say that any K-12 school that utilizes the National School Lunch or Breakfast program is eligible for the waiver, valid through June 30th of this year. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, actions by the town of Sorrento's fire chief are now the subject of an investigation. We'll have the details when we return.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Find meaningful work in direct care, like Carmen, who works in a residential care facility with adults with disabilities.
I can't imagine why people are not just jump in like fish in a pond, because you make such a difference. It's so humbling. Anyone who wants to make a difference, this is the place to go.
Visit mainjobs.care/WVII to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
Key Appliance, we hold the key to savings.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza. From wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
People over 60 make up almost 1/3 of investment fraud victims. If you're approached and asked to invest, beware of these warning signs. The promise of low risk with a high return. The deal's only being offered to a select few. It's a limited time offer, high pressure to invest right away. Protect yourself and your assets. Ask questions and check before you invest. Contact the Maine Office of Securities. If we don't know, we can't help.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The town of Sorrento Select Board passed a motion to submit their fire chief's gas purchase records for the police investigation. Volunteer Fire Chief Joey Clark was the center of a discussion during an executive session regarding his use of the town's funds.
Based on the information and cooperation of the fire department and the fire chief recommendations, I move to refer certain fire department gas purchases for law enforcement investigation.
According to state police, on February 2nd, a state police detective responded to a request from town officials in Sorrento regarding possible misuse of a credit card managed by the town. An investigation determined that discrepancies and possible policy violations had been noted, but the town was taking steps to investigate the issues and did not require assistance from law enforcement at that point. The Maine Bureau of Motor Vehicles has issued a proposal for a new standard license plate. The current Chickadee plates issued in 1999 have begun to deteriorate and are making it difficult for law enforcement to identify plate numbers. The Secretary of State's office has offered a solution in the form of a new state plate.
It features this flag design from 1901. Very simple, easy to read, and that's so important, as I mentioned, for law enforcement to be able to read those numbers, letters, characters, and identify one vehicle from another.
The plan is to issue the new plates as Mainers register their cars between March 2025 and the end of February 2026. The Transportation Committee will consider the proposal over the next several years and then go to the legislature for consideration. Members of the Orrington Historical Society are asking for your help. Since the group took over the Grange Hall in Orrington around 6 years ago, they've been making great strides to improve the space, adding a handicapped accessible bathroom and an addition for archival room. They say the town has come together to help, but there is still a lot more to do.
The Orrington community is just amazing because they enjoy or they feel it is their duty to give us money or services. They have been very forthright about that. They have connections here. Right. The man you work with, he said he used to go to dances here.
The group has raised around $195,000 so far. They need about $75,000 more to complete their capital campaign. If you'd like to donate, you can send checks to the Orrington Historical Society, P.O. Box 94, Orrington, Maine, 04474. Some residents in Patton are upset about the town's recent decision to destroy its oldest public building. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
After being dormant since 2020, the town's Board of Selectmen voted to tear down the Baptist Church.
As a facility, I think the building's run its course for the library. In its current condition, it's going to force someone's hand. We either need to act, and it needs to be in time, in a timely manner.
The decision has left some residents concerned.
It shouldn't be taken out. It's something that's been here for years and years, and everybody just likes the idea that it's still there.
The Baptist Church has been in the Patton community since around the time the town was founded, with the church being built in the mid-1800s. This was not an easy decision for Brackett to make.
To try to make a decision to remove that facility, I had to take personal emotions completely. I had to set them aside completely.
The decision prompted a historical preservation group to form, asking the town to save the church. We reached out to the group, but were unable to get in contact with them. Since the Veterans Memorial Library moved out of the church due to safety concerns a year ago, Library Director Julie Beeler says that she understands both sides of the matter.
I would hope that they can save it. I just worry that in saving it, are they going to be able to get money for the long term to keep it up?
With the Selectmen's decision, the church is slated to be knocked down, though no date has been set. But that doesn't mean Brackett will not continue to fight to preserve the landmark.
Personally, I'd like to see it be repurposed for something, but I want to see a responsible and direct path forward if that is to occur.
In Patton, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll take a look at growing fears about contamination in the wake of that fiery train derailment this month. We'll be right back.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
Another deadly shooting is rocking a community all too familiar with tragedy. Police say one person is dead and 3 others are injured after a suspected shooter fired rounds inside an El Paso shopping mall. 2 men have been taken into custody. Officials say shots rang out near the mall food court, and an off-duty officer who was working security at the time moved in and arrested one of the suspects. Cell phone videos posted on social media showed customers running from the mall as police rushed to the scene. It took place close to a local Walmart where 23 people were killed during a mass shooting in 2019. The head of the EPA is traveling to eastern Ohio today amid growing fears about contamination in the wake of that fiery train derailment this month. Some residents are voicing outrage. The train company reports threats are being made against its employees. ABC's Andrea Fuuji has more.
This morning, mounting frustration and new legal action as people living near that toxic train derailment site in Ohio voice concern about their health.
How should us kids feel safe with the smell on our street?
My grandson, who's 11, has multiple rashes on his extremities. We went to Akron Children's Hospital with my grandson, and we're told that they do not have anything set up, a protocol yet, for testing for the cause of these symptoms.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since a Norfolk Southern train carrying an estimated 1 million pounds of vinyl chloride, a chemical used to make plastic, derailed, causing a fire that burned for days, prompting officials to carry out a controlled explosion. 5,000 East Palestine, Ohio residents were evacuated. They were allowed back last week, but many say they don't feel safe, fearing the soil and water has been contaminated. Some reporting sore throats, burning eyes, vomiting, and other symptoms, while local officials report thousands of fish have died in local waterways. Norfolk Southern decided not to participate in a community meeting yesterday, citing security concerns, saying, "We know that many are rightfully angry and frustrated right now. We have become increasingly concerned about the growing physical threat to our employees." State officials confirm new tests show the municipal water is safe, but many residents expressing doubt. ABC's Alex Perche spoke to Ohio Governor Mike DeWine.
You have residents that say they can smell something in the air, and because of that, it's hard for them to believe what's on the gas monitors. What would you say to them?
The only thing we can do is simply tell them what the scientists tell us, and that is that the smell can linger and be there long after when there's no discernible problem with the air.
Norfolk Southern is now facing a class action lawsuit claiming the train derailment released chemical weapons into the community. The company has not commented on the lawsuit.
2 members of the Tennessee National Guard were killed yesterday during a helicopter crash. Witnesses say the 2 were on a training mission when a Black Hawk helicopter crashed near Huntsville and exploded. Witnesses say it sounded like the chopper was having engine trouble shortly before it plunged from the sky and burst into flames on a local highway. They're also calling the pilot a hero because the person managed to maneuver around a crowded neighborhood shortly before it went down. The names of the victims have not been released. With severe obesity on the rise, some individuals may need to look to surgery to lose weight if diet and exercise are not enough. With more, here's ABC's Ika Jachi.
Severe obesity has been increasing in the world, and with it comes a higher risk of developing a number of health conditions, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and high blood pressure. Severe obesity can also lead to premature death. Researchers from the University of Utah collected data on nearly 22,000 weight loss surgery patients from 3 large bariatric surgical practices between 1981 and 2018. They compared them to patients with obesity who did not have surgery. The patients who had surgery had lower death rates from major cardiovascular disease, cancer, and chronic lung disease. However, deaths of chronic liver disease and suicide were higher for the surgery patients. If you're struggling with severe obesity, discuss with your physician first to determine if bariatric surgery may be right for you. With this Medical Minute, I'm Ika Jachi.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
My family and I are proud to offer you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. Dining sets for dinner parties. How about a living room set for movie night? New mattresses for a comfortable night's sleep. At the Furniture Gallery, it's always a great time to buy. Maine family owned and operated.
Welcome to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine. We're a local family business since 1949. We carry over 600 different types of hand knitting yarns from Maine and all over the world. And yes, we love Barocco. Beginner or a pro, you will find all the right tools and inspiration at the Yard Goods Center. We offer knitting classes Monday through Saturday. Come to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine and become part of our family and our happy place.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Welcome back to the National Window Showdown. It's now time for our expert picks. My pick is Renewal by Andersen. Their customer service is exceptional, trustworthy, professional. Renewal by Andersen has to be the pick for me.
I love Renewal by Andersen for this too, Brian. They take care of the entire process from consultation to installation and beyond. They're second to none.
Guys, for me, it's the Fibrex. It's a no-brainer. Renewal by Andersen takes it to the house.
A clean sweep for Renewal by Andersen.
They really are the better way to a better window.
My family and I are proud to offer you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. With maximum value pricing, you get more for your money. Low prices plus high quality equals your best value. Maine family owned and operated. The Furniture Gallery. Shop local, save money.
Welcome back. People are still going on Valentine's Day dates, but the dates that are going on aren't with people, they're with dogs. People who come to the Philippines Animal Welfare Society, or PAWS, from now until Saturday can actually book a date with any dog they pick for the equivalent of about $10 to $20. Anyone who really loves the animal they went on a date with could decide to adopt them. PAWS says it had about 240 rescue animals looking for homes. Organizers hopes the event helps show people how important it is to adopt. I guess that's what they say about a holiday going to the dogs. The weekend is approaching. Let's check in with Devin Biggs to find out what kind of weather we can expect. Devin?
Alrighty, here you go. A winter weather advisory is in effect until 10 p.m. tonight, so we'll be watching for accumulating snow further off towards the north. A little bit of a mixture of everything across everywhere else, where 1 to 3 inches of snow could fall. In other areas, though, could see some ice accumulations at least at around 1/10 of an inch possible. There's also that small craft advisory that's posted until about 4 p.m. as we head towards later on this evening as well. So we're going to be watching for that. Then we'll be holding on for a while. Now, wave heights are active as a result, so that's why that's posted 4 to 8 for the wave heights being noted right now. The brighter shades and almost some greens showing the higher surf currently being noted. But back on shore, we're looking pretty decent out there right now. Any precipitation in the northern ends of the state has backed off, so we're going to be partly cloudy for a while. But more clouds, more active weather on the way with this system right here that we're tracking from the west going toward the east, riding along the system. That'll give us that wintry mix that'll be moving in later on tonight and lasting through tomorrow. So travel will be a mess tomorrow, so definitely make sure to plan ahead moving forward. So Futurecast kind of timing this out. So we're going to start seeing the first little bits of rain getting closer toward the coast by around 9 p.m. later this evening. And then that frozen precipitation gets going as we head towards 6 a.m. by Friday morning. So it'll be a mess out there, though. But then a gradual transition to snow by later Friday afternoon as temperatures will fall. And now we'll start to back off as we head towards early Saturday morning before things start to improve just in time for the weekend. So moving forward, here's the latest snow accumulations idea. Some areas could see maybe around 6 to 9 inches, maybe some locally higher amounts like over in Caribou before we're all finished up there. This Futurecast model might be underdoing it a bit for areas like Bangor and even Millinocket, where around 1 to 3 inches of snow could fall in a few spots as well. That wintry mix line is making things a little bit tricky out there, so even areas near Bangor need to watch for maybe a little bit of snow. But definitely some ice accumulations possible as well, maybe 1 to 2/10 of an inch of ice before we're all finished up. Locally higher amounts further off towards the east cannot be ruled out, so definitely need to be careful. There may be some power outages as a result of some of this ice in a few spots. So for today, upper 40s on the way, not too bad, partly cloudy. The northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Everything gets going late tonight. Lower 30s for the overnight low. That rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow, mainly the snow in the northern parts of the state. The northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, more of the same. Rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow with a transition to all snow. Early high temperatures in the mid-30s and falling for the rest of the day with that north wind getting up to around 30 miles per hour. And your extended forecast. So there's that wintry mix that'll be moving in. So travel will be a mess for you Friday. Highs at early in the mid-30s again. Lower 30s Saturday, but a lot of sunshine. So some improvement there. Mostly cloudy Sunday. Highs in the low 40s. And upper 40s on Monday with a chance for rain.
Thank you, Devin. Almost 52, snow and ice. Mother Nature can't decide what she wants to do. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. I hope you have a great afternoon.
You had tenants and they weren't paying rent.
Yes, Your Honor.
A lawyer turns on the landlord who hired him.
This is not a traditional attorney-client agreement, Your Honor.
You're the lawyer. Everything is a traditional attorney-client arrangement.
Does he have a legal leg to stand on?
Now you want him to pay you an additional $1,116. What else did you do?
Well,
have you ever been disbarred?
Briefly, yes, Your Honor.
Next, Judge Judy.
Thursday at 5, only on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7.